The story about a haunted house.
It was a cold and stormy New Year's Eve, the kind of night that made you want to curl up in front of the fireplace and forget about the outside world. But for one group of teenagers, it was the perfect opportunity to explore a rumored haunted house. As they snuck through the front door, they could feel the darkness closing in around them. The house was empty and abandoned, but it seemed to have a life of its own. They could hear strange noises in the walls and feel the floorboards creaking beneath their feet. They tried to ignore their nerves and push on, determined to explore every room in the house. But as they reached the basement, they realized that they weren't alone. There was a presence in the room with them, a cold and malevolent force that seemed to be emanating from the walls. They could feel it watching them, waiting for the right moment to strike. They tried to run, but the door was stuck and they were trapped. They huddled in the corner, their hearts racing, as the presence grew stronger and more malevolent. They knew that they would never make it out alive.
The story, the curse of the New Year's Eve party.
It was New Year's Eve, and Sarah was excited to ring in the new year with her friends at a big party. But as the night went on, strange things started to happen. Glasses and bottles shattered for no reason, the music stopped playing on its own, and Sarah could have sworn she saw a ghostly figure in the corner of her eye. As the clock struck midnight and the new year began, the strange occurrences only intensified. Sarah's friend started acting erratically and saying things that didn't make sense. It was as if an evil presence had taken over the party. Sarah tried to leave, but the doors were locked and the windows wouldn't budge. She was trapped, and she knew she had to find a way to break the curse before it was too late.
The Curse of Midnight, a horror story for New Year's Eve.
It was New Year's Eve and the town was abuzz with excitement. As the clock ticked closer to midnight, people crowded into the town square, eagerly awaiting the stroke of midnight and the start of a new year. But as the final seconds ticked away, something strange began to happen. The air grew colder and a sense of dread washed over the crowd. And then, as the clock struck midnight, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the square. The partygoers scattered in terror, running for their lives as the curse of midnight descended upon the town. For every year, on the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve, a terrifying monster emerges from the shadows to claim its victims. And as the survivors huddled in fear, they knew that this would be a New Year's Eve they would never forget.
If you like our horror and scary videos, please subscribe my channel.